to raise or contribute $100 a year, dedicate 100 volunteer hours to push our senators and representatives to deal with corporate power. The goal? To enact a comprehensive law and order reform agenda designed to make corporations subordinated to both our Constitution and the sovereignty of the people. When they harm people with their fraudulent commercial assaults or inflict harmful side effects on innocent people and their environments, these perpetrators would be brought to justice, whether by effective law enforcement or civil lawsuits or electoral changes. Think how much the American people will save in money and anguish if these corporate outrages are stopped in the future. Now, we're talking about a million people, 2,000 each congressional district, putting up enough money and volunteer time to start 2 offices in each district, that would be 3 or 4 full-time people, around a uniform agenda of things that are long overdue in this country. Now, we're really talking about things like bringing the minimum wage and inflation-adjusted dollars up to what it was in 1968. That's a real dramatic, huh? It's now 7.25 federal. If you adjusted it from 1968, it'd be $10 an hour. And the economy has doubled worker productivity since 1968. And workers have gotten very little of that. So, can we catch up with 1968? That's a pretty interesting campaign slogan for anybody who has the fortitude to push up. Is there need for more consumer demand to up the economy? Well, who's going to spend it faster than the 30 million workers who are between 7.25 and $10 an hour? Just 30 million workers. Who's going to spend it faster for the necessities of life? Or cracking down on corporate crime, or full Medicare for all. The editor of the Corporate Crime Reporter is here from Washington. He puts it out every week. He tells me he could put it out every day. There's so much corporate crime. Russell, where are you? It's right there. In this book, on page, of course, electoral reforms go without saying as part of this agenda of the 1 million, but it also includes effective protections for whistleblowers who expose wrongdoers to the authority, the media, or civic groups. It also includes breaking up the cartels and monopolies. Even some right-wingers think that the big banks, who are bigger and smaller in number than ever before after the bailout, have got to be broken up. Shifting power from the few to the many by all kinds of checkoffs for consumers and workers and taxpayers to band together. Ending corporate personhood. Enacting federal charters for large corporations because they're now chartered in Delaware, and let me tell you, GM can buy Delaware in a weekend if DuPont was willing to sell it. That's how tough a jurisdiction Delaware is for the charter that we, the people, give these corporations and don't get anything in return in terms of voice and remedy, and allow concentration of the board of directors in the offices. Obviously, we're talking here about big business, not small business. Small business has very little power, doesn't have a global reach, it doesn't usually engage in the global takeover of governments or coups d'etats or what have you.